Welcome to Orlando, Florida, and the campus of UCF. The Knights are ready to rock in the stadium, already bouncing as these fans have been preparing since early this morning. Today, a clash between two teams from the Sunshine State that will resonate from Dade to Duval. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the UCF Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the UCF Knights offense is on the field for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Find some fresh air. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense changing the play. Jackson will throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Knights are on the move. Using his legs, it's Montgomery. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wade. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Knights started this drive backed up in their own, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So FIU's offense will go to work for the first time. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think he's
turning it on. He's loose. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. FIU pushing tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. FIU will line up to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run the toss. Finding open areas. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Since Scott Frost led UCF to that perfect season in 2017, it's been a circuitous path. Not necessarily happy, but he's trying to bring back the magic to UCF.
Yeah, bring back the magic, the excitement. Just there's always so much talent. Jesse, we've called game there for years. Like, so much talent and speed in the state of Florida. And on that roster, it's just about putting it together.
I mean, they were hitting New Year's Six bowl games, it seemed like, year after year when Scott Frost was there last time at the helm. So it's about finding the diamonds in the rough inside the state of Florida and developing that. But they're going to do well in the portal. Now they're in the Big 12. Scott Frost back at UCF. What do you think about that?
Looking down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback may change this route. Jackson gonna throw it. Buying some time. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
That's a nice play by the defense. You're trailing early in the game. They've got the ball on your side of the field, so you force the incompletion on 3rd down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback extends the play. Fires on the move. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high-percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Let's go! Let's go! That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend, don't break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in this situation, but with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They are having none of this running game down on the goal line.
Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. FIU pushing tempo.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down, rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the catch. It's Perry. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. FIU will line up to punt. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put a...
Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try to get outside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Jackson will throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Knights send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Owens. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard Use the play fake, now to throw. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that DN getting that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback... down at the 17.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Picked off. What a play to...
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground. There's not much to lose this close to the end zone. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
So nice to have the run game, so nice to trust in it, so nice to cut this game to a one-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
On to attempt the try. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Trying play action. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Absolutely perfect. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, happy to get the field goal.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports Studios at the Bounce House.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this third quarter with a run. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
It's a seam wide open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Oh, it's a reverse. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Give to the running back. And he's dragged down. The bounce house is rolling here on third down, trying to help UCF. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. FIU will line up to punt. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Past the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Right back to the well. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Jackson will throw. With the catch, it's Hughes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. To the ground to try to move the chains. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, third down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got fourth and very short. And what do the analytics say to do here, head coach?
The Knights look to keep this drive humming. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Slithers into space. There he goes! Oh, he dropped it! I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Send the tight end in motion. Handoff to the lone back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he... was down at the 34. The Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. FIU pushing tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to make magic with his feet. Last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. FIU will line up to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to get the edge on the right. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can fight.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. FIU will line up to punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Quick pass on the fly motion. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Knights will call on their punt team. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Florida International offense is back on the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
To the air, it's Jenkins. Finds his big tight end. Oh, a lot of space. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a crease. It's Owens. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. Just over a minute to go in this one. They have the lead now to try to hold it. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. It's Burke. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Thomas. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Knights! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Makes the catch. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Perry. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Makes a connection. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And they spike it to stop the clock.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. A strike downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Gotta find a completion on this one. Quickly complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.